So today's Halloween, and if you've been following my channel ever, you pretty much know that I do go to a lot of haunted attractions, whether it's hay rides, walkthroughs, all that type of stuff. So you would know that I usually review two of them each year. This year's no different. I'm going to go ahead and review two. The first one I'm doing right now is Brighton Asylum, which is in Passaic, New Jersey. If you see me looking elsewhere other than this lens, it's because I'm reading my notes. I kind of wrote notes ahead of time so I know what I'm talking about. So I heard about this one um, through a friend that went. And first of all, I will say I suggest to park in, they have two different addresses. They have the one for the actual attraction, and then they have an address for like a parking lot where you could take a shuttle to the actual attraction, which is about 5 minutes away. Highly suggest to park in the other parking lot. Yes, you could park at the attraction, but it's a little confusing and it's a little chaotic, put it that way. So me and my fiance, we parked in the separate parking lot area 5 minutes away, took the shuttle, took 5 minutes, and we got down there. And the shuttle's much easier, as you can imagine. So when I went, we had 7 p.m. tickets, 10 p.m. tickets, not 7 p.m. I don't think you need to actually purchase tickets ahead of time. I know on the website it says you do. I guess if you purchase your tickets online, then you're guaranteed to get in there at that night. Um, I did see people buying tickets there. I guess if they're not too busy, they'll let that happen. But they did suggest to buy tickets online, which is what we did. We got the 10 p.m. tickets. The line was extremely long to get in, but moved fairly quickly. They had, some freak show type of people um, walking through the lines. One guy was like hammering nails into his nose, and there was a girl playing with fire. Um, so it helped pass the time a bit. Um, and I'm sorry, I keep saying it's just such a habit. I hate a habit. We waited about 40 minutes to get into the actual attraction. I will say, and this is the main reason why I would give this a lower rating. Um, when we were in line, a group of maybe 10 to 15 people cut us in the line, along with, you know, they cut myself and my fiance, as well as many others who were behind us. And Brighton Asylum has a lot of security, I noticed. However, when they cut the line, the security did come over and said, "You cut the line. These people were waiting before you." And literally, that was it. Like that was the conversation, and the group said, "Oh, my bad." That's it. They stayed in line, and the security walked away. So I'm not exactly sure what the point of that security was, but it was pointless. Um, and the other thing I will also say that they do have a little horror museum there, just with props and stuff from TV and movies. I think it was movies. I'm not sure about TV now that I think about it, but definitely movies. And this is really tiny, and I knew it was going to be tiny. I only paid $3 for it, but it was very tiny. Like it was kind of pointless. Not gonna lie. There was nothing really much in there. Probably about 6 costumes and maybe a couple props. Um, Honestly, should have been free or $1 because $3 was kind of overcharging it for that. Anyway, we started with the tunnel. I'm not going to say much about either attraction because you want to experience for yourself. Yes, I know it's Halloween, but there is next year. I'm sure it will be better every year. Um, I will say that the first 5 minutes of being in the tunnel um, was something I've never seen done before in a haunted attraction. It was so unique, pretty scary because you had no idea what was going to happen. The whole attraction was great, but the first 5 minutes, nothing compared to that. Through the entire night, nothing compared to that. And yes, like I said, the whole attraction of the tunnel was great. Um, but again, the first 5 minutes, that was worth the money right there. After that, we went to the asylum portion. This attraction was great as well, but I actually liked the tunnel better because of the first 5 minutes. But the asylum was extremely unique as well. Um, Again, I'm not giving anything away, but there were three specific parts that I probably have to mention. Um, the first thing is they had this huge Jurassic Park type of hand that comes out. I mean, this hand could actually grab you if you weren't paying attention. Um, Luckily, I was, but that was just cool. I am a sucker for, and I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong, animatronics. No, I think I actually pronounce it right. I usually pronounce it wrong. I'm a sucker for that. I actually like that way more than I like the people that jump out and everything. So I am a sucker for that stuff, and that was awesome. Second thing also has to deal with this, a huge crocodile head that comes out of the wall. If you aren't paying attention, again, that thing would have knocked you over if you weren't paying attention. And to me, that was the scariest part of the whole walkthrough, um, at least for that one, the asylum. And had an awesome bubble exit where you got to walk through all these bubbles, and it was literally a room of bubbles, head to toe. So that was pretty cool. A lot of people opted not to do that. I guess they didn't want to get all, bubbly. But I enjoyed it. I was very excited for that exit. For both attractions, the length was great. It wasn't short. You felt like you got your money's worth. The amount of detail that went into both attractions was truly amazing. They really, you could tell they really took their time to make this attraction the best they could. The monsters inside, they weren't lackluster. They were in character the whole time. Um, you can tell that they wanted people to truly have a scary experience, and that's great. They really did a great job. Um, I don't know if this is something I would go to every year, but this is something I would check out probably every 2 to 3 years. There's certain attractions that I go to every year. Night of Terror in Mullica Hills, New Jersey is one of them. I will go there every year because it's just fantastic. Even if you're seeing the same stuff, and you're not, they always change it up. But even if you are seeing the same stuff, it's worth it to go again. Brighton Asylum, I don't know if I would go there every year, but definitely every 2 to 3, I would definitely check it out and hope they change up some things. I know they changed things since last year. Again, I didn't go last year. This was my first year going. But last year, my friend said that the tunnel is actually like a thing where you went in with like a group of 5 and one person had a gun and then they like shot all these zombies. Obviously, that was a lot different than this year, and I actually probably wouldn't have enjoyed that, which is why I was kind of dreading going to the tunnel portion of this. So I was actually really happy to see that it wasn't what she said. But either way, they did a great job. Highly recommend it. If you get a chance to go down there and check it out. I know sometimes they do Christmas ones, like a Christmas horror theme one during Christmas time. Easter ones, I think they did an Easter one year. I'm not exactly sure, but they do ones throughout the year as far as I'm aware. So hopefully you get down there, check it out. Let me know your thoughts because I really enjoyed it. I think it was fun. And on to the next review. Hope you click the next review to find out more about Fright Factory in Philadelphia. See you there.